up and welcome back to my channel. I am the Mass Trans and you are watching me, baby. Now before we get today's video started, I just want to give a quick what's up to my peeps and a diabolical middle finger to the creeps. You know who you are. Alright you guys, so it is Thursday. It's about 7 p.m. I'm at home minding my own business, chilling. Off work, the day is done. And went in my room, because I work very hard. And I decided I was going to take me a little cat nap. And so I started perusing the YouTube stream. And up came this video. You ever saw a video and you said to yourself, Self, do you want to click on this video? Or do you want to be upset? And the answer was yes, I wanted to be upset. I was in a mood to be upset. So I pressed play. Now let me tell y'all what the video is. So in this video, there are two teenagers out in New Jersey. One black, one white. Stick with me. How much more do I need to say? Do I even need to go any further? Do I even need to go any further? When I tell you it's two teenagers, one black and one white. Comment below what's the first thing that pops into your mind before I even say a single word. Sorry. Woosah. Okay. Okay. So you got two teenagers at a mall. And I'm not sure what led up to the altercation, right? So I'm going to try to be as fair as I possibly can be. I don't know what happened, what transpired up until that point. According to the news, the white teenager was attempting to bully the black teenager's friend. And the black teenager stood up for his friend. And as a result, got into the altercation with the white teenager. Now, this is not some... The white teenager had probably at least 30 or 40 pounds on this little boy. The black teenager. He had about 30 or 40 pounds on him. So the black teenager stands up. The white dude is putting his finger in his face. Now you know. You know, once the finger comes all the way up in here, something has to be done. Something. Once your finger, you know, we just now beginning to get past social distancing, okay? And you got the nerve to have your nasty, potentially COVID-laced finger all up and through here? He should have bit that. He should have went pit bull on that finger. That's what he should have did. So the white teenager puts his finger in the black teenager's face. The black teenager pushes his finger away, which is a natural and instinctual response, I think, for most people, right? Once you cross into my personal space, at that point, I'm going to move it. At that point, clearly, it's go time. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. Either I'm going to tear you up, or you're going to tear me up, but something is about to get torn up around here. That's just what needs to happen once you cross that threshold. So he puts his finger in this young man's face. He pushes it out, and then... he pushes them again, and the black boy at that point swings. So he swings, he connects with one, misses with the other, and the white guy, because he has so much size on him, tackles him and pushes him back on the sofa. Now keep in mind, the black teenager, I believe, was like maybe 13 or 14. I don't know how old he was, but he's still in junior high. This dude is in high school. He's in high school. So he pushes him back, and then, you know, he throws the black teenager to the ground. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see two white police officers, one male, one female. They rush into the scene, push the white teenager, who was, by all accounts, the aggressor, pushes him gingerly on the sofa. Have a seat, baby. Have a seat, you poor little white thing. And the black teenager... The white male officer was so unnecessarily, so egregiously aggressive. It just pissed me off. It pissed me off. There's even video. I wish I could put video of what exactly happened, so I have to describe it to you guys. Because sometimes I feel like YouTube is the police and got their foot on my neck. The way YouTube like to censor people. Baby, you can't even post the video. The video's on CNN. I'm going to put the video in the link in case you guys want to see it. But the police rush in. They attack him. The female officer sits the white teenager on the sofa, you know, and she's watching her partner, the male officer, just manhandle this, because this is a little boy. This is a little boy. I know that in the realm of some white people, and listen, I get that not all white people are bigoted. I get that not all white people are racist. But listen, we got to talk in terms of black and white. So if it ain't you, it ain't you, right? So if I'm talking about white people and you don't fall into that category, then a hit dog shouldn't holler, okay? Because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who need to hear what I'm talking about. And so the white teenager is sitting on the couch. The male officer, I mean, the boy is being compliant, first of all. The young black teenager is being compliant, not being aggressive, not resisting, and he's just being unnecessarily forceful with this baby. And he is a baby, he is a child. But you know what? Young black men do not get the grace of being seen as children. They don't get that grace, and we have seen that over and over again with everyone from Tamir Rice to this young black man to Trayvon Martin. You know, we've seen that young black men do not get the grace of being seen as children. They don't. You can look in this baby's face and tell he's a baby. You can look in his face and see that. He didn't even want to fight this man. I'm going to call him a man too, because he was big as one. He didn't want to fight, but he was put in a position where he had to. And then on top of having to defend himself, he gets humiliated and I'm going to even say abused and traumatized by the police officers. Because first of all, the male officers already handling him, already had the situation under control. Here comes this white. Okay. Here comes this white female police officer. Because I'm gonna try to not call anybody out their name. Here she comes over here to put her knee on this baby's back, who's already under control. Girl, what you doing? What are you contributing to this? Now, meanwhile, the white teenager, he's sitting over there ordering Starbucks. You know, he didn't order Uber Eats. You know, this is turned into a show. He's sitting down actually watching everything unfold. It's crazy to me. And I remember, right, so very often we will see situations in the media happen where there's extreme force, brutality used when it comes to arresting black and brown people. And I have been guilty. You know, I'm going to call myself out right now. I have been guilty in some of those instances in saying that you can't necessarily quantify that situation because all the variables are not the same. Right? But here in this situation, you have a black teenager and a white teenager, and you have two white officers. And I don't know if the bias is conscious or if it's subconscious. I don't know. But all I know is it's there. There was something within those two white officers that told them to attack the young black teenager. Now again, whether it's conscious, I would almost prefer it to be conscious than subconscious, because that means you're doing it without thought. Like, this is just innately how you view young black men. You don't even give it any thought. They didn't go in and ask a question. They didn't ask questions of people in the crowd. They just went in and they pounced. And let me tell you what upsets me, right? Because every time some bullshit like this happens, we got to go through all this bureaucracy, all of this red tape, all of this 2 weeks, suspension and this, that, and the third. Like, this is why people get upset. Because if they can have a visceral response in a split second, why do we have to wait for a resolution? Why do we always have to wait for resolve? Where was the review, the civility, the red tape, the bureaucracy when they rushed in and treated this young boy like a criminal? Where was that then? But now when it's time to hold their feet to the fire, all of a sudden, we gotta wait. It's crazy to me that it's 2022, right? And damn near every single day, you have a George Floyd, what's the Amir Locke out of Minneapolis. I don't need. Do I even need to go through the litany of names that have been involved in police brutality? I don't understand how any police officer, especially a white police officer, could not be conscious of racial optics when they're making decisions. And listen, I'm not a police officer, never have, never will be, don't want to be. It's a tough job, I get that. But you chose it. If I go to McDonald's and the person at the drive-thru is impatient and unprofessional, I'm going to be upset at them because you chose to work at McDonald's. Or you created the circumstances that led you to have to work at McDonald's. So if you're a police officer and you went through the police academy and you signed up to be in this line of work, then you need to be able to take the scrutiny that comes along with it. And if you can't, then you need to go do private security or, be a Walmart greeter, whatever you want to do. But don't be a police officer. It's 2022. You have to be conscious. And if you're not conscious, it's really because, in my mind, you just don't give a damn. It's just a shoulder shrug to you. Oh, well. Ain't my child. Ain't my niece. Ain't my nephew. Ain't my son. Ain't my cousin. So you don't necessarily feel any level of empathy for a young black male. And I watched the news. I watched the Don Lemon interview with the mother and the young man who was involved in the altercation. And I love the fact that, this might sound a little biased on my part, but I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I love the fact that they were both articulate black people. I love the fact that, they were both non-threatening black people, because when they see black people, and this is what he saw, this is what the police officer saw, when you see a young black man with dreads and a hoodie, the automatic assumption is that he's a thug and he's a threat. That's not the case. That's not always the case. Because some of y'all thugs out there. Let me stop. Some of y'all thugs out there giving dreads a bad name. But I loved the fact that they were able to articulate their position in a way that was intelligent, and again, non-threatening. And when you see him on the news, and I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can look at this baby's face and tell that he's not a fighter. He doesn't want to fight. He's not the type of kid who goes out and starts problems. I know that because I know black people. I know what a black troublemaker looks like. And that's why they talk about community policing, right? Because you need people in the community who know the nuances, right? You know that certain energy could have a greater propensity towards making trouble. I'll just leave it there. But this baby was not that. So I don't know what happens, right? I know that something needs to happen. This is our time. They're gonna have to wait. So I don't know what happens next, but something needs to happen, and I don't need it to take 3 months. That's what we need. We need immediate and swift action. Immediate and swift, just as swiftly as they went into that mall and tackled this boy and brutalized him, put the knees in his back, slammed him on the floor, all of this unnecessary force, we need that in return. We need that force and that aggression and writing that pink slip to get them up out of there. Because here's the thing. People don't understand until their bottom line is affected. People don't understand until their bottom line is affected. And when these police departments, New York, Chicago, Minnesota, Miami, wherever, Texas, when these people start to understand that they are under a magnifying glass and that your livelihood not only can be taken, but will be taken immediately, you're going to see people start to course correct. What's the point of course correcting if the police officer's punishment is going to be a paid 2-week vacation, i.e. a suspension? Baby, when they suspended me from school, I didn't get no 2 days worth of pay. I know I'm not the only one who got that 2 day suspension, but I'm just saying, when I got suspended, there was no compensation. Comment below, you guys. I want to know what you think, right? Whether you like, do you feel there was bias? I don't know how you could not feel there was bias. But comment below. The link to the video, if you haven't seen it, will be in the description box, so definitely check that out. And I think that's it for this video. I gotta go back in my room and do some meditating, because I need to calm my nerves down, because they didn't upset me. So, as always, to close the people, please ask yourself this. Well, first of all, before we go, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I've been seeing the numbers grow. I see you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for that. Also, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, like I said. And ask yourself this one poignant question. Why be bitter when we can be better? So let's be better together. I am the Mass Trans, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye-bye.